The night screamed with thunder. The heavens roared, rain lashed the earth, and winds howled like furious spirits. It was the kind of storm that made even the bravest souls stay hidden behind locked doors. But through that chaos came a sound, faint, fragile, yet piercing, the cry of a newborn. Amina froze when she heard it. She was on her way home from helping a sick neighbor when the sound reached her ears. A baby's cry. Alone. Out there in the dark forest. Her instincts screamed to turn back. Everyone in the village feared the woods at night. But her heart, soft and unshakable, led her forward. Lantern in hand, Amina stepped into the storm. Branches whipped at her face. Mud clung to her feet. The cries grew louder. Under the ancient baobab tree, she saw a small basket, drenched and shaking. Inside, a baby no older than a few hours, wrapped in torn cloth. Her hands trembled as she lifted the child. "Oh, my sweet one," she whispered, holding him close to her chest. "Who could abandon you like this?" The child's cry softened, as if it recognized warmth for the first time. Amina hurried home and nursed the baby through the night. But when dawn broke, peace did not come. Instead, the village gathered outside her hut, murmuring, glaring, accusing. "She brought the storm," cried one man. "No human child survives the forest alone," added another. "It's witchcraft," someone shouted, and soon the word spread like fire. Amina stood in the doorway, clutching the baby protectively. "He was alone," she said softly. "I only saved him." But no one listened. Fear had deafened their hearts. The village chief, stern and unmoved, pointed his staff. "You have consorted with spirits. Leave before sunset, or be cast out forever." Tears streamed down her cheeks as she gathered her things. "You call me a witch," she said, her voice trembling. "But one day truth will rise, like dawn after the storm." With the baby in her arms, she walked into the wilderness, leaving behind her home, her friends, and her name. She built a small hut beside the river, far from judgmental eyes. Days turned into years. The baby grew strong and bright, and she named him Keen, meaning God's gift. Though she had lost everything, his laughter filled the emptiness in her soul. Each night, she told him stories by the fire, stories of hope, forgiveness, and faith. "Never return hate with hate," she'd say. "Even the heart that curses you deserves mercy." And little Keen would nod, not yet understanding the weight behind her words. But as time passed, Amina's health began to fade. Her body grew weaker, her cough deeper. One evening, as the sun bled gold across the sky, she called Keen to her side. "My son," she whispered, placing a pendant in his palm. "This was around your neck the night I found you. It belongs to your true family. Promise me when you're ready, follow it. Find where you came from." Tears rolled down Keen's face. "But you're my family, Mama." She smiled faintly. "Yes, my son. But love is not a chain, it's a bridge. Cross it when it's time." When she passed away, the world felt silent. Keen buried her beneath the same baobab tree where she'd found him, placing the pendant on her grave for one last night before taking it back. He knelt in the mud, whispering, "I'll make you proud, Mama." He left the forest with nothing but courage and memories. Life in the city was harsh. He worked odd jobs, slept in shelters, and learned to read from discarded newspapers. Yet every struggle sharpened him. Every wound made him stronger. Years later, while working at a hotel, Keen overheard a conversation. A wealthy couple was speaking of their lost child, kidnapped during a storm long ago, wearing a golden pendant. Keen's heart stopped. Could it be? With trembling hands, he approached them. "Excuse me," he said, showing the pendant. The woman gasped, her face going pale. Where did you get this?" Tests confirmed the impossible. Keen was their missing son, the heir they had searched for all these years. Tears flooded his eyes as his father embraced him. "We thought we'd lost you forever." But in Keen's heart, joy mixed with sorrow. The woman who had saved him, who had been called a witch, was gone. She'd never see the truth vindicated. Time passed, and Keen grew into a wise, compassionate man. He inherited his parents' empire, but his soul remained humble, forged in the simplicity of Amina's teachings. To honor her, he started a foundation, one that helped mothers, children, and the poor. But there was one thing left undone. One morning, Keen returned to the village of his birth, the same place that had cast Amina out. He came not as the lost son, but as a billionaire whose name echoed across nations. Yet when he stood before the villagers, he saw only fear and shame in their eyes. "I've come to speak of a woman," he began, voice trembling with emotion. "You called her a witch, but but she was the only one brave enough to save your future. He told them everything: the storm, the baby, the exile, the love that never asked for thanks. The crowd fell silent. Some wept openly. The old chief, now frail and broken, stepped forward, tears in his eyes. "We wronged her," he said. "We judged light as darkness." Keen nodded gently. "Then let her name heal what fear destroyed." He unveiled a marble statue beside the baobab tree, Amina's likeness, holding a child in her arms. Below it, engraved in gold, were the words: "She was called a witch for saving a life, but she was the light that saved us all." The village erupted in tears. Women brought flowers, children laid offerings, and even the wind seemed to whisper her name, Amina. From that day on, her story became legend. No one ever again called kindness witchcraft. Her name became a symbol of courage, compassion, and faith that endures beyond cruelty. Each year, on the anniversary of the storm, Keen returned to the baobab tree. He'd sit beneath its shade, the wind playing with his hair, and whisper, "I kept my promise, Mama." And sometimes, when the sun dipped low and the river shimmered gold, he'd swear he heard her voice in the wind, soft, warm, and proud. "You did well, my son." Amina's spirit lived on, in every hospital built, in every child saved, in every mother who found hope again. Because true goodness never dies. It simply waits to be remembered.